Let's take a look at number 24. This is a compound inequality, and it actually uses linear inequalities in it. So let's refresh our memory on how to solve those. Linear inequalities. There we go. Note up at top, it says at any step, combine like terms, and combine numbers. Step 1, get rid of parentheses. Let's do this via the distributive property. Step 2, get rid of fractions. Multiply everything by the LCM of all the denominators. Step 3, get everything with an X on the left side, numbers on the right side. Step 4, divide both sides by the number in front of the X. And then we have a note at the bottom. It says if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, flip the inequality symbol. Now we're going to go through these steps when solving this problem. So let's see, this is problem number 24. And we got x plus 3 is less than or equal to 6, and negative 4x is less than 8. Well, what we do with a compound inequality with an and in between it is we solve each one of these separately. Well, each one of these separately is a linear inequality. So our first one here, get rid of parentheses, don't have any. Get rid of fractions, don't have any. Third step, get everything with an x on one side, numbers on the other side, and specifically I'll get x on the left side. So I'll take 3 over to the right side, and that gives us 6 minus 3. Our note up at top said any step combine together numbers. 6 minus 3 gives us 3. Now let's do the other one. First step, get rid of parentheses, don't have any. Second step, get rid of fractions, don't have any. Third step, get everything with an x on the left side, numbers on the right side. That's done. Last step, divide both sides by the number in front of your x. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 4. Now remember our note at the bottom. If you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you flip inequality. So this becomes a greater than. So we got x is greater than negative 2. Now sometimes it's important to, when you got an and problem like this, to look at the graph to understand what your answer is going to be. And when you got an and, that's an intersection. There we go. And this is where, graph-wise, where they're both shaded. Now if you had an or there, that's where anything is shaded. So let's do the first one here. This is negative 2. This is 3, and its x is greater than negative 2. So greater than negative 2, I'd be shading this way, and this is what my graph would look like. X is less than or equal to 3. Be a bracket here, and it'd be shaded this way. And again, the best way to figure out your answer is to look at the graph here. We said an and problem is intersection where they're both shaded. Well, they're both shaded between negative 2 and 3. Now there's a bracket on 3, so bracket on the 3. There's a parentheses on negative 2, so parentheses on negative 2. And that's our answer, assuming it puts it in interval notation. I didn't notice when I started the problem, so let's go look. They don't, but that's okay. If I went a step further, it would look like this. Bracket means less than or equal to. Parentheses means less than. And this one matches. Negative 2 is less than x. It's less than or equal to 3. Looks like B is in Bill. So let's check that. Yep, checks out.